in your face. Real clear politics blast this out. So this is fascinating. Because I think what it indicates is a media bias. 70 plus individuals, that's the demographic for MSNBC and CNN.
Welcome to Waco, Texas.
This means this country is going to rapidly transform for the better in the next few years. And it's kind of sad. You know, I'm not here to celebrate the death of the silent generation and the aging boomers. But it does look like boomers who are largely between 60 and 69, though I believe actually it's kind of split. I think Trump is a boomer by like the very beginning of the boomer generation. So it looks like they're largely split. Check it out. If you're 18 to 29, you're getting your news and information from social media.
You find it? Where was it? Well, why would it be outside? I don't know.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Houston's offense will take the first swing of the game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move. Didn't see anything. Moved to play another play. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a connection. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this not QB is not and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker.
Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down.
That's why
from the gun wants to pass.
I'm not going to say the O-line never comes out. Surely do.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground at 4th down coming up. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon.
That's not how you play. You're also not going to win a lot if you're like dropping this far back.
The punt team able to smack him to the ground.
You're also making the pass cover. You need to practice climbing the pocket.
As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down.
But this is what also happens when you climb the pocket. You have a lot of opportunities to actually take off and scramble. Instead of
looking to throw, it's Robertson.
Because you want to run around and then say, oh my God, the O-line is so bad.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 40 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
What you really want to do is you want to climb the pocket here and fall. Right there, we got blocks hitting quickly.
He wants to throw.
With Charlotte. This team is 77-8. Right?
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. Sometimes
dancing around like
work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches and see if I can't get some big plays out.
The Bears are flying down the field.
You also shouldn't be trying to look deep every play. That's not going to help you. If the drag is open, take the drag.
On
take
first
the
down.
That's the first thing you need to
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Take the sack. It's okay. You don't want to take a 10-yard sack. You want to take a 2 or 3-yard sack if you're going to take one. You want to practice dancing around the pocket, moving around, trying to read the blocks a little bit, still trying to
quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
If something's open. Oh, there's a blitz. We got to get it out.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He's got it. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. And the Bears trying to get a touchdown on first and goal.
That's why you need a check down. You need a hot read. Drag. Beat Georgia. We can beat Georgia on the drag.
They'll try to get it in with the run.
You got to take it.
And he takes it in for a score.
If you're dancing around too long back here, like, it's going to be.
And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. Backed up, bad position, you can still fight your way out, still get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number one, the way the game is built, if you're hitting that sprint button, it's like the game is to communicate with the O-line.
And they desperately wanted to attempt the
return,
but
hey,
decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Houston
so
offense ready to go back to work.
Also,
David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want to punt.
He's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30+. Houston wants to play fast.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
There's going to be a lot less instant blocks over
Catch open down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air.
We're outmatched. That's what could happen in real life. But
on second down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Just like that, a hat-trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quicker, because this has been way too easy. And you got to get blocks in defense. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Speed option is pretty good in this game. You can beat good teams using speed option.
Looking for
come out here and try to air it out versus Carson Beck and F.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense.
15 yards.
What a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about great balance. You know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball right.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time.
This is how I want to play. I'm not going to try to air it out.
Here comes this offense.
Not in Georgia against Georgia. Like, no. We're not doing that. We're playing smart football. We're going to do things that are low risk, meaning
and this will be incomplete. A big hit there for the second
down. Now we're going to do a play type. We're going to
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
We got some jet
quarterback will audible.
These are also very low risk, high reward. Can't throw a pick on the jet pass.
It's Robertson.
Try to air it out
quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Now,
this
a lot of
defense is kept
line
from
to the
back
outside.
now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
We saw lane, we took it. Because if we go to the outside there,
then we can actually lose yards.
And
the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
We're not going to be better. We're not going to be better than the trenches, but hopefully we can for 1 yard.
When you're looking forward to the punt.
I mean, that's
first one is away. Boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking you 5 times. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
This is manageable, so we're going to try to go for it here. So we're going to call a play that gives us like a check down, like a flag.
This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Paul, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
You got to climb the pocket, ball out, take off the big. Now here, I'm looking at this running back route. It's a big Texas route. Boom, you got him drop.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end.
This a manageable third down. I'm not trying to interrupt this yet. I'm trying to get this to a 3rd and 6. Okay, and I don't think we're actually going to be 3rd and 9. Okay,
Houston coming to the
that guy
line
was
with
fast.
a set
He
of
got out.
downs.
Now we got to make a throw.
Off the play fake on 1st down, off the throw.
So
Can't find the
let's see if we
man,
can
and
find.
he'll be
We got to
knocked
find
down
something
at
that's
40.
everything is fly hot.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks. And the coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to
we have the
build
running
on
back
that.
going out.
Great
We have
news,
the tight end
they've
flat.
already
We got
registered a sack here early in this game.
Got it in the middle, it's Jenkins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're
We're
going
not
to be a wide
supposed to win
receiver
this
in
game. I
today's
want you
football.
to keep
Great
that in
job
mind.
sneaking out
I'm
of the
just trying to
backfield,
show you that
getting them the
we're not going to
football,
run
letting them get some positive
I
yards.
we have a
On
chance
3rd
to.
and long, he's going to
Yeah,
have to
we're
throw
playing on the
for
road.
it.
You can't
And
see
the
our eyes.
incomplete pass will bring up 4th
Dominating
down.
the swing.
He'll
Can't all
send out the
be outright.
cover.
It's
He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away.
Then no break. Wait, stop coverages. Cover 2 man.
Smashes
Cover
it
3.
between the uprights.
Cover 4.
And
When
with
it's on
that,
3rd
they've
down.
taken the
Getting
lead.
on 3rd down, try to
They'll
get
kick
them off
it
the
away
field.
after putting up a
Otherwise,
field
play
goal
it
on
safe.
that last
Use it.
drive.
And look at that. They throw a pick on the first play. All we did was put coverage out there.
On the move from
It's highly
inside his
difficult here. The
5.
Bears never messed up on that. Yes,
He
they
was
do.
looking for more
Yes, they do.
running room, but none to be found as he
Just
stopped
saw it
at the
happen.
23.
So
Here comes the Baylor
now we're in a
offense back onto the
situation
field.
where
Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
jet
Last
touch
drive,
pass.
that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense
Try
in a
that.
bad
Let's
spot.
try
You
that
got to
touch
get a
pass.
drive
So-
together here so you don't wear the
People
defense
feel
out.
going.
I just think, David,
You know,
you
it left the
could
leader
take
going
over that
crazy.
last
Now,
drive. They got to do
this
something
game, but
here to
instead
get
of a
this
field
defense
goal,
on their heels.
hey, see, I'm not
Didn't
sprinting until I
connect
get to
last
the
time.
outside.
Let's see if
Not
they
sprinting
throw
until
it
I get
again
to the
on
outside.
2nd
If I would
down.
have held sprint too soon there, he
It's a
probably would have
draw.
shed that block. I was going
Picks
to run
his
that
way and
spot.
gets
It's another
4
good
after the
Really good
27.
concept. You can't look at the routes because the crowd's going crazy. But we have the 2 drags. That's works good against man, works good against zone a lot as well.
We have the early
There we go.
makings
Tight
of
end.
a
Boom. That's a
quarterback
touchdown.
duel,
We're
as
up on
these
Jordan.
stats will
Look at
show
us.
you.
Just cooking. And we're not doing anything crazy either. I'm not calling hot routes. I'm not audibling. I'm not glitching. You know,
They've swapped
am
into
I
the
using a
field
couple
and we're
plays
ready
to
to
give
go
us a
in the
good
second.
chance, like speed option and jet
Now
touches?
facing a
do
3rd down
work a
as they
little
line
bit?
up after the break.
Yeah. I mean, that's not what we have to do. We're playing Georgia here, you know. They outman us at every position by like
The
30
receivers
overall.
often will run
So,
their route based on a
You
side
know, we got to do what we
adjustment.
got to do.
On 3rd and long, he
Take
has
the
to
tackle.
throw
Also,
for
I
it.
wouldn't attempt
Grabbed
going
in
for a
the
lot of
middle.
hits
It's
with either. They're
Johnson.
very hard to time.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk
People complain
explosive
about broken
plays.
tackles,
The
and yes,
defense
really wrong. There's a
finally
lot of broken
able to
tackles
make
in
the
the
stop.
game. However,
Here they come 1st and 10 from the 48.
if you're trying to hit stick every play, you're going to have
From
a
the
lot more
gun,
against
the
tackles.
give, looking for room.
So, I was
And
playing
the
no
defense
break. They're
stops
running, and it's
just
like you got to get
short
in
of
there and
the
help
first
out.
down.
You got to get in there and help out. Broken tackles,
Chain
broken
links
other
to
ones.
move the
It's
sticks.
fine. We're rallying to the
Kept it
ball,
on the
baby.
ground last
We're
time.
not hit
Let's see if
sticking.
they
We're
go
not taking
back
guys
to it
out
on
of the play.
2nd down.
We're trying to just get bodies to go around them. We're covered through drop here. Look, we got a lot of guys in coverage. That's what we want. Extra guys in coverage.
Wants to
We need
throw.
that.
It's
Are they running again?
Robertson.
We're getting in there. It's a play action. They got me. They
He's
faked
gonna
me.
take off.
And it's okay. We're all over it. I
Nifty
mean, they
little
complain, but
scamper
we're
on
all
this
on
one.
top of
Enough
it.
for the first down, and he
We're playing good
slides
ball.
in safely.
We're
And
playing
the
good
Bears
ball.
are on the move.
We're almost to the second quarter, and we're up on Georgia. Easily. Keep doing what we're doing.
He'll come
We
out
got to
throwing
get in
on
there and help
first
out.
down.
We missed, but we're limited. 7 yards. It's okay. It's better than a touchdown. We'll take it.
Good run on the
We're going
play,
to go
and he
with
slides
55
to
high.
avoid the hit.
We're going to
Now
cover 55.
inside the
That's
20,
really right.
1st and 10 from the 18.
Bring these guys down a little bit.
Leaves it with the back.
Okay, I thought he play action. I went for the QB there, so I thought he
Make
play
them
action.
play
All right,
rough.
guys around.
If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On second down, he'll fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They're setting up the screen. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get this third and short. You know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense. Looking at the pass, getting rid of the football.
Truth is, some of y'all don't want to lower difficulty.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
So I know what's doing.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the
Not a football place, but there's going to be football on.
as they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the
Yeah.
We're not good enough there. I have to get better.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Like, that's just free. Especially if you're someone that hasn't like played the football game.
We need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not.
That's one thing. Sometimes you got to drop the ego and you got to say, hey, I'm not ready for this yet.
When the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
I wanted you to know that I'm playing
to throw it.
You know, I'm playing a little steady
He's
on
got
this,
his
right?
man.
Because
Oh, my
so now another thing you can mix into some fits when you
Put him in the spin cycle and pick up the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's get it
And
out.
off from the
Block
shotgun.
from
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Because that is
It's
a
just
small
so nice to know you can start off on
a
first
lot
down.
of people
Positive
lost yards there.
yards, hand the football off, set up a good
Okay?
second down.
Where I catch the ball, notice where the outside defender is. If I catch the ball and keep going outside, I am losing yards.
They get the
I
first
pull
down.
back on the left stick. I stop.
With the weapons this
I
offense
stopped
has,
to
you
pull
knew it
in
was just a
inside
matter of
so
time
that
in
I
the run game
allowed
before
my
someone was going to
blocker
break
to make
along one.
contact, and then
They
I
just
cut
been
it back
running
up.
into a wall.
If I would have just taught this and immediately, you know, the instant game, let me just run the outside, let me try to beat
got
it.
it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what
So,
that's all about.
a lot of little things you're going to do
We'll
from
repeat the previous
perspective
down, but
of
this
the
time
user
the offense has 10 more yards
is
it has
going to
to
determine
cover.
whether or not
Looking
you
for
get
a
yards.
productive play on first down.
That's what it's going to be.
From the gun, running back on the
learn
move.
the more that you play,
Looks for the
get
tackle.
comfortable.
And he has a
Pocket
solid
ball
game
out.
before
Ball
the
is out.
defense
Drag it
bobbles
open,
him
ball
up.
is out. I'm not
It's
looking
really
downfield.
frustrating
I
when
don't
you
have
get a
time.
guy
Ball
in his
stays.
spot. He's in the
Even
hole.
if I was
He's got to do his
Alabama,
job. And he can't get the
Even
guy
if
on
I
the
was
ground. That's your
Alabama,
job.
I
Get
know
him on
I
the
have all
ground.
the time in the world.
Especially a guy that's
Not
not a
against another
huge
elite
back.
team.
You got to make that tackle.
I'm going to have
You can't
3
make it
seconds
easy
at
on the
best.
offense
3
when
seconds
now they
goes by
gotta
really
manage
quick
the
in that pocket.
situation.
They
Drag
get
open,
him down
balls
after
out.
he makes
He
the
came down.
catch.
Now we broke the tackle.
This is a
Look
very
like a
tough
tackle. You
slot
get 2 to 3
receiver to
yards there.
cover
That's
if you're a
okay.
linebacker because of how quick
Hey, 2
and
to
how
3 yards.
shifty he is.
And we'll
You never
try.
seem to know which way
You know,
he's
occasionally
going.
games will throw
He
you
always
balls.
seems to create
I
an
got
open space for his
Give
QB.
you a broken tackle.
And they do a really good job. Not
We
as
got more.
easy as it
Going back to the
looks to
screen.
get those blocks.
Good
He
block.
picks up the first
Good
down.
block. Another
And
thing,
the Cougars come to the
if you
line
can
with
see you're in
a
a
fresh set
situation
of
like that
downs.
where you're really not going to get extra yards, go out of bounds. Don't risk fumbling
He'll
because,
take
yeah,
a shot.
fumbles are kind of BS sometimes,
Throw to
but
the end zone.
sometimes
It's
they're your
picked
fault.
off.
Sometimes we're trying to fight for a 1 extra yard in a situation where you don't need
Not
the extra
only a
yard. Just
great
go out
play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to
and
make
take
the
it off.
pick. First down here with time for maybe one more play
Don't
until
go
the
for
Joseph
it.
taking a shower. Joseph, take a shower.
X button on
Takes
next
the
box.
handoff. It's Washington. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something
You got to
extra
go
on their
slide
lead before the break.
Do it too late, you get hit and fumble the ball. So,
He's
again,
going
a
to
lot of times
pass on
little thing.
second down.
Little thing. That sweep, fight
Finds
it back
his man.
up.
It's
So
Johnson.
if block, better
Delivers
blocking
the
there.
contact. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard
What's
gain.
going on if they're doing simple
Line
things?
gets set,
And
first
pitching
down.
plays that have, underneath routes or multiple. This play is another kind of mesh. The
Scanning
running
the
backs
field,
going
it's
out,
Robertson.
the tight ends coming across. And pitching plays
Can't
that are big
hang
routes.
on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch.
Give
He
me a
had an
chance to move the
opportunity
ball
right in
out
the middle.
this game.
It'll be second
Taking a
down.
deep shot or even yet. Because it just doesn't make sense for me to do that versus Georgia. I'm scrambling.
From
We
the
got
gun,
slides. See how
running
early
back
I
gets
slid there?
again.
We're going to go harder.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard
I'm not
line.
waiting to slide if I don't
Now
want
on
to
third down for this offense.
back, they're blitzing, so we got to be mindful. Ball's got to come out. I saw him blitzing. I knew it. Like, hey,
They'll run the
got
screen.
a second and the ball's come out.
Not a
I
whole
know it because I
lot
saw
of
it.
room
I
there
didn't
on that
come over,
screen
but I had to
pass as
wait
it just
till
never
second.
developed. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Very hard to pass here. Even if you're throwing it underneath, it's hard to pass.
He'll call for the fair catch here.
You have to pull out things like
The offense lining up for a first down play.
You need something that, again, it allows you to make a play at the end zone without having to really...
They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out. And there were no creases or crevices.
I'm going to try the option. We're going to try inside zone
shove
first.
him
If
out
this
of
doesn't
bounds.
work, then we'll try the option.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down.
We're going to let the clock tick a little bit. Now, I don't have the play clock on,
Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Score quick, especially not
Here's
this
this
game.
offense
Defense
with a
isn't the
fresh
greatest
set
in
of
this game,
downs.
and we're playing Georgia.
They'll throw it
I
on
want to give
first
them a
down.
minute to score. I want to score and have them for 120 seconds. So
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
We'll let it run to like 30.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, wants to throw it. That pass is incomplete. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. Using the quick game. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
And again, if you're holding turbo, it's very hard to do.
He's going to pass.
If I'm not holding turbo, I just move my stick back.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on second down. Defense not showing press coverage. Got his man quickly. A 6-yard pickup that leaves him with 3rd. The Cougars heading quickly to the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
In terms of the plays,
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense.
I haven't drawn up anything complex. It's been speed ups.
First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 33. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Using his legs, it's Washington. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45.
And if your blitz does not come in with power,
and they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs.
Especially with a bad team, you've got to take your shot. It's the same in real life. You know, are there games where
dropping back, it's Robertson. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants.
And they just, for some reason, just couldn't figure out the protection. They couldn't get it together. That happens sometimes. Boy.
On second down, he'll let it fly.
To see where they're going to blitz.
Going deep.
Same thing on offense. They're going to dial
up. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete out of the backfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field.
All right,
Fair catch, called for and made. The Houston offense comes onto the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
It's time the execution there in the screen. Running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so was able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gain.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense
into double coverage, and he picked it off. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Now the chance for perhaps the most rewarding one-yard drive in the history of football.
He got the first down, but every play I'm in there
on first down to throw.
No! Fucking freaking dummy.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Robertson. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're trying to get some extra guys in the box.
This short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal.
They're going to the replay. He came in and
from
made
the gun,
play.
wants to pass.
Because I pulled him down to the box. I'm like, you know what? It's a little bit of help. I'm going to pull him too far until they pass. I want him to get back. I don't want him to beat, like I said.
And on 4th down,
here comes the field goal. He can help out. They go to run the ball. I take my user. All right, I'm going after the running back. He's trying to hit here.
Not
running back sees that. He's smart. He cuts back. Where's he come back?
Miss, the lead
safety
is still
right there.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
That's going to happen. Now it's 3rd down. Now
dialing up the 2nd down pass play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Somebody's coming in motion.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this
At that
offense.
point, I think they take the middle of the field. Say, all right, I'm going to stay with the running back.
Use the play fake,
now to throw. Jump over there, I misread it. If I try to go run out there and defend
and they're not on the same page there.
Stay holding the running back.
The QB had all day to throw the football. That's the good news. The bad news is he couldn't find anybody open and couldn't deliver the ball to him. So let's see if they can get some chemistry going with the wide receiver quarterback throughout this game.
Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw.
I mean,
slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
They're going through our little motion. This is like, it's like a team that practices. Hey, you got
the result of the play stands. The offense set for a first down play.
You got 2 plays that are going to keep us good down the distance. You know what these plays are doing for us?
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
A lot of times you want those big plays, you want those splash plays, but sometimes You're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just a passing game.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end.
That's hard. That's hard. Screen. Let's go. We didn't get good blocking there, but it's okay. Again, we're getting out.
Quick catch on third down. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's all about.
And I want to mix in some more pass plays here, but it's like,
you want to be great defensively. You've got to be good on third down and in the red zone.
I audible to a run here. Typically, I'm going to try to. It might not go through because we're on the road. So I know it doesn't go through. I know the pass play that I called.
It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Open balls out. I have not looked downfield one time this game. I'm saying that maybe that's not the most fun way to play, but if you want to get
not
better,
only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42.
Very bad mistake on my part.
Gonna run it. It's Washington. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more.
Yeah, if I had Alabama, like I said, I had a good team. I don't care about it. I'm fighting for the situation. I'm fighting for the situation calls. I'm not going to
play right now. Now you know third down. Everything's on the table. Everything's available. High success rate.
Now here. Yeah, I'm definitely funny. I'm not kicking a field here because the likelihood that I make it is great. I don't even know if it's
down the left side.
Touchdown, even if he had a chance to
catch and run for 6. They push that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
It's all right.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. A little screen to the running back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Yeah, I'm trying to show you that you can win games.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Yes, you have to play a certain way. You absolutely have to play a certain way.
Boy, was he well protected. Finally, lets one go to the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback will let that back. His guy's wide open. It looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving. And he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They already called you a long time ago. I was gonna. Nah, just wanted to see what you were gonna do. What time we're gonna get there, but probably be there around 6.
The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Houston is moving in quickly down the field.
All right, buddy.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Coming, bro.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Back to the air one more time. And his throw is incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making
That's
sure.
what I'd like to see get there. The problem is, I don't know if I talked about this or not, but we had 8 coverage. So when you're only rushing 3, you're not really going to get block sheds too quickly, and that's kind of intentional because otherwise that would make defense would be too easy if I got quick block shed right there because I had 8 people in coverage. I had everything smothered. I'm actually going to blitz him here. Just they might run it. They might run it. But even if they pass, okay. Oh, come on. Make tackle. Good rally, guys. They need a touchdown to win. But the goal here is to not give them the ball back. That's the goal. We don't want to give them the ball back. And win or lose here, I think I proved my point. Now, actually, I'm going to go down. Because, again, I don't want to give him a chance to get a fumble here. That doesn't look good. So, we're going to go back to our trusted plays here. We got to get out of here with a win. Like I said, I think I proved my point, but I would still like to get the win. We're just going to keep it with the QB slide. If the option open with the QB, you want to take it within as well. Definitely. Now, we have to be mindful. I don't have a play clock set, but I'm going to let the time run, but I'm going to call it every 30 seconds as if there was a real play clock, because that's how it's going to be when you play a real game. So we're going to snap this around like 25 seconds, and that's the goal. So now we have to milk the clock. I don't know if that's another thing some of you do. Managing the clock is one of the biggest skill gaps in the game, and it's not really the hardest thing to do. You have to just be mindful of it. Managing the clock, stepping up in the pocket, not trying to play crazy, not doing just whatever you want to do every play. You have to manage the game. You have to play smart, especially in these situations. Here we go. Get the block. Notice how I set up the block there. Get down, stay in bounds, clock runs. We're going to take another like 35 seconds off.
Bro, the level just started. We're already getting overrun. I got to take these guys out. Build this crossbow tower as fast as possible. I don't even think I have a choice. Quickly. Ooh, that was close, but that should take care of things. Wait, never mind. More guys. I should have saw that coming. Anyway, we can't handle this without a second crossbow tower. Maybe a wall to block enemy's path, too. That should hold us. Wait, now we have these big beepers coming? When does it end? This is King Shot, a tower defense and base building strategy game that just came out recently and is already top 5 in strategy games with over $1 million. King Shot combines strategy, exploration, resource management, PvP and PvE battles, plus a whole lot more. I suggest you give it a try. If you think you have a shot at becoming a king, that is.
They'll run it from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
So and the running back there did everything that he's
trying to see where that would
lead. He's got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run.
Like 40 seconds, like a minute 40.
It's really well done.
We're going to just do, we're going to like go to like a regular. Okay, we're going to pistol. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, well now it's I forgot college over 2-minute warning now. I'm still not used to it. All right, basically a first down wins this game. But what we don't want to do, look at this. It's all time out here. All we got to do is get from here up. What we don't want to do, we definitely don't want to throw the ball here. We don't want to throw the ball here at all. We want to keep playing safe. Now, I want to use the option here, but the way they're like guarding this right here looks a little scary. It looks a little scary, but we got to go with it. Oh, that is maybe the best way to play.
Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your
rhythm. What's up, my love?
Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interested to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2.
Probably a little after you get here. I have to be there till 6:15.
And time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play.
On North Star.
Now the play fake. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting over there.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing.
Love you,
know
buddy.
that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one.
So now, I said I didn't want to pass, but it's probably the right thing to do here.
What
the
is
ball
in your
come out
bag?
quick. Now, I like that play with both guys underneath the running back and the tight end. I'm going to just touch passing in here, but I want to add a little bit of difficulty. I feel like that's just the crowd's rocking here. Ball's got to come out quick. Remember everything we talked about. Don't jump back. Ball out quick. If you get sacked, you get sacked. And you have to play good. The running back got caught up, so we're out.
Quarterback changing the original play
now,
call.
I didn't do what I wanted to do there with the QB. I got a little flustered there because what happened was, we're going to win the game, so it's cool. What happened was, and this does happen sometimes, unfortunately, the running back, he gets caught up. So one of our main routes in this play did not get out. This is an issue sometimes in the game. It sucks when it happens. But what I noticed is, so
looking for a
roll out.
It's
Rolling out is a viable option. It makes sense. And what you have to notice here is, I got a little flustered, but if you notice, there's no containment because number 13 is running back. So there's nobody there to contain me. So I say, hey, I can grip this way now. And I start rolling, and then tight end up the field, we're going to dot it for first down. Yeah, typically we're not going to do that. But because there was no containment there, your peripheral vision is really going to be very important in playing this game because you have to be able to notice things that you're not directly looking at. You have to be able to sense things. I mean, they're shooting through.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Baylor.
And this is where the offense is just take your time.
You want to play the game safe.
I got the lead. I want to
You
continue
don't want to try to do too much unless you have a good team as well. And if you have a good team as well, I'm going to be honest, even with them sometimes, you want to win it. You don't want to be beat every play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you end up in situations where you're trying to beat the best difficulty in the game. So you're trying to beat it by the hardest way possible, which is making big plays. That's not how you start doing it. Now, they will actually probably get the ball back. I think we'll snap here about a minute. And then they will actually have a chance to probably tie this. Unless we get the first. We're just going to run the option again. We're going to look at the results. I'm not throwing the ball here because I don't want to stop the clock.
If they can get it in here,
I don't really
we
care
could
about
have
getting the
a
first one. I would like to
thrilling
get
into
it,
this game. It is 3rd and goal.
I would much rather than have to drive the field for a touchdown under 30 seconds.
And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one
they still bugged out. And I made a
play
great
to the final whistle. This offense took it to
heart.
heart.
We're not kicking a field goal here.
Maybe they could have
We're
wasted
not.
the clock.
Well,
No doubt about it. This one's over.
we're at the 23, so actually good. Let's see how the meter's moving. We're going to judge this. Yeah, the way that meter's moving, I'm not kicking this because I'm probably going to miss it. Now, where I messed up here, I'm going to just go for this. Where I messed up was I sold out because I thought I could get the first down, and I wound up going out of bounds. Now, because it's easy, I'll probably just go QB sneak and look at the results. Because even if we don't get it, by about 80 yards. So I still feel comfortable with that, but we gave them a lot of time to do so, and we got the first down. So
didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Everything is situational.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
There were mistakes I made in this game that could have cost me. I missed the interception here.
These
I go out of bounds right there instead of just going. If I just go down at the very least, they're going to have like.
And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this is